and open it up. So, all right, let's coming into the space here and allowing ourselves to ground in, feeling the earth, reminding ourselves we're supported. And Father, Mother, Creator, Source, we thank you for this opportunity to be in this prayer place that was founded before the creation of time. We thank you for the above place, the below place, the inside place, the east, the south, the west, the north, and the holy guidance that comes from our interaction with you. We release ourselves to our ancestral connection tonight. We release ourselves to the elements. We release ourselves to the understanding that love shall prevail and that this guidance of your Holy Spirit will illuminate the path of reconciliation and remembrance in our lives. And I thank you for my brother gathered with me here in this sacred space that we can do this work together. And beauty above, beauty below, beauty beside, beauty in front, beauty behind, beauty within. I am, we are made beautiful again. A hope. All right, give thanks. Well, it got loud all of a sudden. I don't know what happened. Did the volume change for you? No? Oh, that was really weird. Yeah, it totally changed on me. So let me go to the share screen and I will get this up here. So I'm excited about today's journey because today's journey is really a really amazing one because let's see, let me make sure I got the right one. Yep, matriarchal grandmother, that's the one we need. Is about us coming into integration with the feminine, the masculine, and the child. So as we come into integration with that space, we step into optimal self. And in the East is where we gather that relationship to ourselves. We gather this compartmentalized, fragmented understanding of self identity through this contemporary culture. And we remember the balance of the Trinity, the feminine, the masculine, and the child within us. And as we do, we allow ourselves to say, hey, yes, I am protected. Yes, I am nurtured. And now I can dream again. I can play. I can allow for the essence of my feelings to manifest. I can be in that place of the faith of the child. I can learn to trust the creator. I can learn to trust the universe. I can learn to trust in my own abilities. And once we have that, we step into an optimal state of human design. And this has been a part of really ancient cultures since the dawn of cultural identity. We've had this integrative place of self identity. So it is this knowing that is woven into the fabric of our DNA, literally, that we come into understanding with this week. We come into this understanding of how we can collectively connect to the East, the dawning of newness, the dawning of the newness of relationship to self. And our maternal grandmother in our sacred introduction guides us into this practice. She's the one that guides us into the practice. And I'm going to introduce myself here for all those that would watch this video and also here for my brother who's joining me. So Dagote She Inde Andreka Yinshe Adona E Nishinigi E Inde Nishe Irish Bashachin Inde Dashache German Dashanali Akote Goe Itashli E Portland, Oregon Inisha Shama E Kathy Lindsay Woye Shaza E Del Ecker Wole. So my name is Andrew Ecker. My mother, Kathy Lindsay. My father, Del Ecker. My mother's mother, Elba Gallegos, Apache woman from New Mexico. She grew up in a little town called Capitan. My father's mother, Evelyn Beatty, an Irish woman from Pennsylvania. She was very proud that our ancestor, William Beatty, fought in the Revolutionary War. My mother's father, Leroy Lindsay, a Korean and Vietnam War veteran, and my father's father, Wayne Ecker, a World War II veteran. I have a daughter, Bailey, a son, Peyton, and a beloved fiance named Monica. I also have a beautiful little Chihuahua here that's recently had a stroke. So I want to mention Ringo. Ringo, I hope you get better, buddy. And my other Chihuahua, Gracie, my furry friends. I'm currently on the ancestral land of the Ute people in central Utah. Although I pretty much reside most of the year in the ancestral land of the Akmel Atam, the Peepash, and the Hohokam. And I was born in the ancestral land of the Clackamas and the Willamette in Portland, Oregon. So here we are with Grandmother East, our maternal grandmother. I wanted to make sure and mention my introduction because it is a part of our ceremonial practice here. And it's been a little bit of a crazy day with a travel day. We've been traveling all day. I did 6 hours on the road today. So nevertheless, we're here sharing in the medicine of our maternal grandmother, what it means to draw into the newness of self, what it means to draw into the newness of living in optimization. This is the guidance that comes from Grandmother East. This is the trueness of that place of recognition. In the traditional understanding, you are born from your mother's mother. This is really who you are, and you're born to your father's mother. This is the second part of your identity. It is the maternal line that creates the trueness of the truth of who you are. So she is a very important part of our ceremonial practice. She is the embodiment of what it means to be optimized and what it means to be filled with the deepness of gratitude that comes from the feminine, the masculine, and the sacred child. So, coming into this relationship with Grandmother East, we are reminded of how we can practice protecting ourselves, how we can give ourselves the assurance that it's okay to speak our truth, how we can understand that if somebody doesn't feel us or doesn't accept us, that we can nurture ourselves through the feelings of rejection and loneliness and grief. This is the feminine. We can then attune the sacred child within us to that place of play and faith. If we were to be in the distortion of the masculine and be overprotective, we wouldn't have the trueness of the balance that comes from Grandmother East. If we were in the distortion of over nurturing ourselves, being in a place where we're constantly feeling like someone has offended us, we would be in the distortion of the feminine. And if we were simply playful and we didn't take on the responsibility of growth that the child endures, we would be in the distortion of the child. Yet, in the balance of the frequencies of the Trinity, we can have that state of optimization that we yearn for in our spiritual practice. So, as we go into the doorway of guidance, as we go into the intimacy of delving into the underworld, coming into this place of relational spiritual process with Grandmother East, we can say to her, well, what are the things that we need to make new in our lives? What can we seek guidance from? How can we create a manifestation vehicle of transformation? What can we say to serve what is new in our own personal relationships? And what is a vision of newness like for us? How can we feel the power of being a new born identity? What is a symbol or a song that comes from this connectivity to Grandmother East? All of these are important parts of our process of recognition as we go forward into this guided meditation. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the meditation here. I hope you enjoy the process, um, and I'll see you on the other side. Aho.
Their voices can innovate. This is the knowing that comes forward. Welcome to a moment in our collective history that will never be here again. This is an infinite moment of creativity, imagination, and the ability to expand our relational understanding. We are going to begin our exercise by allowing the body to dissolve any tension. This is an opportunity for you to bring your mindful awareness into a place of relaxation that the mind can create, that consciousness can innovate. This is the knowing that comes forward when the body is in a place of comfort. Let's begin by creating a practice of relaxation. Starting with your mindful intention now at the very tips of your toes. Let's begin to release the tension, all of the tension in the tips of your toes, focusing your conscious energy on relaxation, allowing that relaxation now to move from the tips of your toes to the very back of your heels. This is a place in which the feet feel completely relaxed. We are beginning to define a foundation of relaxation, that we may expand this foundation of relaxation through the entire body. Now bringing your awareness to your ankles, slowly moving this conscious intention of relaxation to the calves, and now the knees, relaxing the thighs, bringing relaxation to the hips, focusing your conscious intention at the base of the spine, allowing yourself to breathe into infinite relaxation, releasing anything and any resistance. You are tuning your body to a place of creativity and relationship. Let's begin to expand now into the torso, releasing the tension in the torso, moving your mindful intention of relaxation through all of the systems of the body. Now the tips of the fingers and the forearms, the elbows, the bicep, the tricep, the shoulders, releasing all of the barriers, allowing the body to be in relaxation. Now the neck, releasing any tension in the vertebrae of the neck. The jaw, releasing the tension in the jaw. The mouth, the nose, the ears, the eyes, and now the very top of your head. This is a place of perfect relaxation. In this place, your consciousness is expanding. You are beginning to feel the sensations of an expanded relational consciousness. We are creating together. Place, a meeting of our own design. Let's begin to feel the earth in this place. Coolness at the bottom of our feet. Realize that you are in a perfect place in nature. The sensations of nature begin to meet you. The warmth of the sun, the cool of the breeze, the smells of the vegetation. This is a perfect meeting place. You have designed perfection. As we rest into this infinite place of expression and relationship, there is a path before us, one that brings us to a journey of exploration. And now, you begin to walk your path. As you walk the path, you are naturally guided to the east, as you can see that this is the dawning of a day. in which the direction of the east has guided you. Your consciousness is now in the east. As you begin to journey to the east, there are sounds that begin to sing to you the warmth of familiar voices. There is a distant gathering that we are coming closer to. Our heart feels aligned with this gathering as we realize that this is a gathering of grandmothers. The grandmothers of our distant past have gathered now. The grandmothers of our very present moment have gathered now. Their voices and their laughter begin to fill our heart. We have journeyed into the east, the place of our matriarchal grandmothers. And now we may enter the gathering, realizing that we are the guest of honor. Our ancestral matriarchal grandmothers have gathered and created a safe place for us to explore the power of the East. Being in the presence of these ancestors fills us with wisdom as we begin to realize that the knowledge of the source energy of new relationships is being manifested. Look around at the gathering of faces, the many that have come. And now, one sacred grandmother begins to emerge from the gathering of many. She is familiar to you. She has been called to this moment, a moment of relationship. It's as if the wisdom of knowing is present, the wisdom of revelation. There is a sort of feeling of deep connection and relationship that emerges as you begin to look into the eyes of grandmother. Your heart becomes aligned. She has come with the wisdom of new relationships. And now you may ask questions, and you may receive answers. Journey with grandmother to the place of the East. She has come to show you direction, and now you may receive.
Just inviting ourselves back to the space here after that journey. That was a really brilliant journey for me. I got to connect with both of my grandmothers, my paternal and maternal grandmother. Um, they were laughing and like sharing with each other like some kind of recipe or Mexican food. Yeah, and then it went into like the embodiment of them spiritually. And it went into like some kind of like alien temple that was really unique. There was like a robot there, and at one point she was like this like beautiful native woman that was like handing me corn from the sun. She was like taking corn out of the sun and handing it to me like seeds. That was pretty amazing. Yeah, would you like to share? Did you have anything come forward for you you'd like to share?
Yeah, I can share. I I'm sorry, I'm like coming out of it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Um, I think there were a lot of grandmothers there, and the one that came to me, um, we kind of were just walking and looking out over like a desert, even though we were kind of coming from like a forest kind of or grassland kind of area. Trying to remember the exact. I asked her a bunch of questions. I felt like I was asking the wrong questions at first, and then I like got to some good questions. Um, it was thinking about like, yeah, new relationships and like right now, as I'm trying to build my massage and this dream business, I'm like, what are how do like what is like how should I approach new people? How should I reach new people? And um one of the first things, even before that question, was like think about you like how you look and how you present yourself. Like like are you somebody that appears like friendly and like somebody that would want to work with you? And then I was asking that question and it was like like lead from your heart here, but like don't maybe you don't need to like pursue people for the work, but really like think about like magnetizing people like into it like to you and like using your heart and like the warmth. And I had this like image of like people coming and like being hugged by me and just like holding them. And it's like these like you can greet new people as old friends. Like if you are coming from like the right place in your heart. It was kind of I kind of got the message that not everybody can do that. It was like not everyone can just be friends with new people, like can treat people that way, and it doesn't work for everybody. But they're like, you can do that. You just have to, so you have to be like, oh, and the other piece of that was investing into your like existing relationships. Like that's what's going to ma make you magnetic, is that you are giving to your loved ones, your family, your friends, and everyone around you is shining and like that will draw people to you.
Yeah, I think that sometimes in our relationships, when we do good works for people and we see, and they're very grateful for those sorts of opportunities to bring forward that transformation or help guide them and or help them awaken some part of themselves that's dormant. They naturally want to share that, yet it sometimes takes like a request. So, me knowing that you do dream work, this gives me an opportunity to think, okay, if somebody comes into my field that is looking for those services, then I know a person that I can share that with. And this is like there's a lot of people in this world that you may help them create opportunity for their expanse. Um, and they might not be a person that would give you a referral, but because you're in that channel of referring people, other referrals come from different aspects of your life. And what I feel creates the vibration of that is the child, like the child within us, creates that opportunity to experience a goodness of gifting the with an openness to receiving, but not necessarily from the person that you're giving to. Because
Mhm.
like I think that when you're in the frequency of giving, you receive. And sometimes resentment can come in because you're like, oh, I referred, 10 people to this person and they haven't even, asked me how my business is going, or they haven't like, said anything to me. And you can get in a place where you're like resentful towards them for that. Or you can just be in this innocence of, I'm giving. And I found that when I'm in the innocence of giving, that more reciprocity comes to me from different places than when I'm in a state of resistance to giving because of resentment. And, just to kind of like give a sort of acknowledgement to that process of recognize the people that are in your field right now. The miracle is in your house. It's not outside of your house, it's in your house. And really nurture them because they will in turn nurture you and will grow, your offerings and your practice. So really good meditation for me. Very good. And I'm grateful that you had those shares and look forward to seeing how this week kind of comes into alignment. Let's see, we'll go back here and somebody popped in for a second and then they left again. Stephanie. So this week is draw a symbol to represent grandmother East or newness of relationship. Journal what the East feels and means to you. Create an altar to this aspect of self. That's one that I love to do. Journal your thoughts on this meditation. That's a really good thing. Share in a group video your connection to the East. Challenge yourself to manifest the aspects of the East in new relationships, letting go of those old ties, staying in the innocence of the freshness of new creativity. Choose a part of yourself to see in a new way. That's a really cool one. Let go of the barriers to finding newness in relationships. All of those are great suggestions for this week, and hope that we can put some of that into action and continue to grow in this process. Thank you so much, Jordan, for sharing this with me tonight. I know that we're a small group, but I'm so grateful that you were encouraged to jump on. And I'm also grateful to myself too for making this happen as well. It feels good to be, uh, you know, dedicated, and that's a good thing. I missed the last couple weeks, and that felt really draining for me. It's challenging when we're moving so much. When I get into the winter months and I'm back home in Arizona, it's a lot easier. But I'm making a assertive effort next week to be here, and I hope you will too. And yeah, so did you have anything you'd like to share before we close up the circle?
Oh, just that I'm taking a trip next week, so it's the one week I'm not gonna make. But I will make I plan on being at all the rest.
Okay,
Um
great. Well, I will send you the video.
yeah. And I just also just want to express my gratitude and thank you for um sharing your prayers and your knowledge and your wisdom.
Oh, appreciate you, brother. And I'm looking forward to seeing your business grow and, being a part of that growth. That would feel really good to me. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and ground into the prayer here. And Father, Mother, Creator, Source, we thank you for this opportunity to rest into the assurance of transformation, the assurance of embracing change, and the newness of what it means to be connected to the East. We thank you, Grandmother, for guiding us here in the East and bringing forward the illumination of this process as we stepped into the underworld, the world of our consciousness, the world of connectivity to limitless potential, the quantum realm. And we thank you for all that post brought forward. We thank you for the meditation. We thank you for our fellowship, for our friendship that is being birthed here in this sacred space. And we release this work here of coming into alignment with Grandmother East for this entirety of this week. Thank you for the newness of opportunity. Thank you for the balance of relationship and all the good things. Beauty above, beauty below, beauty beside, beauty in front, beauty behind, beauty within. I am, we are made beautiful again. Aho. All right, brother. Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks then. Give thanks.
Yes,
Blessings.
thank you.
Yep.